And welcome back to Better Have Sports. We're right here in the bottom of the fifth, as always. 2-2 ball game between your Padres and the Texas Rangers. The Nelson Lamet still in the game, having a great game so far, allowing just the 2 runs on 6 hits, but 5 strikeouts. And Cronenworth struggles one over there. And that's going to be an E4 on Cronenworth. The Padres came in today at 5-2. And the runs were driven in by Trent Grisham on an RBI double and Tommy Pham's second home run of the season, a solo shot, his third RBI of the season. The Rangers' 2 runs came on an RBI triple from Joey Gallo and an RBI single by Jose Trevino, his 7th RBI of the season. And David Dahl got all of that one.
What the?
I agree. That is his first of the year, as you see, and that puts the Rangers up 4-2. Not a good way to jump into the game there, right, partner? How you doing?
Well, I was fine. I need a drink.
I'm right there with you. 0-1 is out, low and outside to Gallo. Joey Gallo, all power, no vision. Even though if you watch this at bat, you most likely will see all kinds of vision. Way to go, Phillies fan. Now the 2-2 from the Met. Inside. Joey Gallo is a kind of a Swiss Army knife on defense. He can play everything. He came into the league as a first baseman. He has played right field, center field, probably some left field. He's played everywhere.
Yeah, amazing what first baseman could do now these days. I mean, Cody Bellinger's doing the same thing. I mean, he went from a first baseman, now right field, left field, center field, you know.
And they say HGH doesn't work. And that's a shot by Chris Davis, or former Oakland A home run hitter. The complete opposite on defense of Joey Gallo. He can't play any positions. He doubles. And the Met here is struggling here in the fifth. He cruised in his first start of the year. Came in today with, I believe it was a 0 ERA. And that is not the case today against the Rangers, who are expected by many experts to finish in dead last in their division.
Or even one of the dead last in the leagues. And LeMay's out here making them look like world beaters, throwing stuff in the middle of the plate. He looks like he's throwing instead of pitching.
He does appear to be guiding the ball at times, which he's coming back from some elbow problems last year. They want to take it careful with him this year, and that's one of the things that pitchers will do when they are still struggling with their command after an injury. They'll guide the ball in instead of pitching. And now we got to play at the plate here. Pham throws it home. The tag by Caratini, not in time. I don't know about that. That's going to do it for the Met.
Boy.
Jace comes in. Brings in rookie Ryan Weathers. Starts them off low. This is our first time seeing Ryan Weathers in a game. A lot of hype around this young prospect. He's going to be a starter one day, from what we understand. Just not quite there yet with the Padres. The son of former Major League pitcher David Weathers.
David was, what? He was a bullpen arm, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he may have done some long relief. So that's kind of where Ryan is right now. But Ryan expected to be one of the stable of pitchers that the Padres have been grooming here. We have Chris Paddock, who's another bullpen arm currently. Weathers, Lamet. We would have had Patino, but now we have Blake Snell.
Yeah, well, at least we still have Gore.
And Mackenzie Gore down there in AAA El Paso doing his thing.
I mean, Reggie Lawson has some promise. I think he's down in AA right now.
Yeah, a little bit further away. Strike 3 from Weathers. 2 away. I'm thinking Jace wishes he'd went to Weathers to start this inning. Lamet just not all the way stretched out, coming back from that injury last year. In a shortened season. The shortened season is going to have an effect on a lot of players this year. And while Lamet was lights out on his first start of the year, it was just Jace has got to be more cognizant of the situation.
Yeah, especially with as many lefties as there were coming up. You had David Dahl, Joey Gallo. I mean, should have had Weathers in there already. I
Ball
mean, it's
four.
not like LeMay had an extraordinarily low pitch count. I mean, by the time they pulled him, he was in the mid to high 80s.
Yeah, he was showing signs of fatigue.
You know, I mean, 5 innings was solid. They should have let him, or the first 4 innings was, he was solid. They should have let him, you know, use that as a jumping off block for the rest of the season instead of forcing a 5th inning out of him. They could have just went to Weathers already.
Nice stop by Caratini there. 2-2 from Ryan Weathers to one of the more unique bat waggles in the league from Jose Trevino, and another stop by Caratini. Caratini, not the strongest arm, but he is a solid defensive catcher.
Yeah, he doesn't allow the pass ball or wild pitch get away from him very often. But yeah, the weakest part of his defense is his arm. It's not great, but it's not Billy Hamilton.
Rounder to third. Machado gets it, takes his time, no problem, throws it to first, and that'll end the side. But 3 runs come across for the Rangers. We'll head into the top of the 6th, see if the Padres can get back in this game. Me. Have you had a chance to see Arlington yet?
No, and I don't want to either.
Oh, and we're back here, top of the 6th. Will Myers to lead off. Kyle Gibson still on the mound. Kyle Gibson got roughed up in his first and only start of the season coming into today. Took the loss for his Rangers, who came in today 3-3. Myers lines out to the first baseman. First baseman who's that again? That's Nate Lowe over there. I think that's Lowe. Lau is the Ray. This family has to get it together.
Yeah, aren't they brothers?
There's something.
Good gravy.
Caratini swings at the first pitch.
Someone else.
Lowe, no
Apparently
problem.
we can't beat him.
Comes Tommy Pham. I like that. I did like that Jace moved Tommy down in the lineup. He just isn't the leadoff hitter I think that we need. And here he takes one to the gap. This has got a chance. Gone. Solo shot from Pham. His second of the game. And that is his 3rd overall this year. Yes. It brings the Padres to within 2.
And that's rare for Tommy Pham to take a righty yard. He's more known to beat up on the lefty pitchers, so he really got into that one against the righty Kyle Gibson.
He's been showing some patience today, for those who weren't able to catch the beginning of the game. Showing that patience, let the ball come in a little bit more, and that's why you see it travel out to right center, like that home run. Jurickson Profar is getting his first start of the year. He grounds out to Lowe, and that'll do it for the Padres in the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Brock Holt to lead off for the Rangers here in the bottom of the 6th. Ryan Weathers still in the game. He took over for Dinelson Lamet, who was doing okay, had a rough bottom of the 5th. Get the high strike there. Holt fouls that one away. Brock Holt, kind of a failed. This is the guy who didn't really carve out the career. Strikes him out. That Mark DeRosa would have thought, he's a former Red Sox, kind of just disappeared. Just kind of playing baseball over here for the Rangers.
He's supposed to be the Swiss Army knife, for the Red Sox. Wow, what's with the ground balls to first base?
Grounded to first. Quickly 2 away here, only 4 pitches into Weathers' 2nd inning of work. David Dahl up. He homered in his last at bat. If anybody has ever played this game before, David Dahl is a destroyer of baseballs, not just with Colorado, appears.
No, he'll knock you around a pretty good amount.
Out in front of that one, now 1-1. But yeah,
Nice
Holt was supposed to be the guy who carved out a nice career, and that has not been the situation. It was overrated, overhyped, and has not carved out a nice career.
No, I don't even think he gets to carve the Thanksgiving turkey at his house.
He doesn't wear the pants in his family. I heard him. I didn't really want to talk to him, and that'll do it. That'll do it for the sixth. Rangers go 1-2-3. Yeah, I was talking to Brock. That guy's a clown. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we're back in the top of the seventh. Trent Grisham to lead off. 1 for 3 today. He hit his second double of the season, drove in his third run of the year earlier in the game. You watch strike one, now 1-1. I do like the patient approach that Grisham has given us here at the top of the order as a leadoff role.
Yeah, it's Kyle Gibson's sinker has been pretty okay today.
Much better than his first start. 2-2 now from Gibson. The 78th
Yeah, his
pitch of the
sinker
game.
was real flat in his first start. That's why he's getting hit around. He's got a lot more of that downward and arm side action to it, like it should be. Been giving the Padres hitters some fits because it looks like it's going to be in the zone and it just falls out. And he carries good speed. He carries four-seamer speed.
That's almost everybody today.
Matching well.
The velocity of today's game is insane. No problem as the Grisham grounds out to the shortstop.
All right, Jakey, get on base.
Jake 1 for 2 today. Kind of becoming a staple there in the 2-hole for the Padres.
Dodgers are losing in the first. See that? 4-0 Washington.
We are looking forward to that series, I'll tell you right now, partner. I cannot wait. We got them, 7 times over a week and a half span?
Yeah. With 3 Milwaukee games sandwiched in between, where they're getting multiple days off in there.
Thank their daddy Manfred for that one. 3-2 from Gibson to Cronenworth. Jake smashes that one in there for a single.
There we go. Man, the way that crack of that bat, I thought it was going to go for more than just a single.
Yeah, just hit right at him. I was worried that they were playing up like they had been. He might have lined out, but they were playing normal depth this time, so. Strike one down low.
Who's that in center field? Is that Calhoun or Chris Davis?
That is Willie Calhoun out there. Willie Calhoun, of course, the only prospect really of significance, and he's not even that significant, that they got in the Yu Darvish deal to the Dodgers. 0-2 Tatis here.
Just like every other Dodger trade, everybody they trade has ended up to be a bust. So
swing and a miss by Tatis, 2 away. Yeah, the
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
The last time the Dodgers have traded a prospect that's turned out to be a solid baseball player, not even great, just solid, right?
Whoever they gave to the Orioles, I don't think anybody's been significant there. Maybe one guy's made it to the pros.
Jake
running for second, and he's in there by a mile. First home base of the year.
First.
Now the 1-1 to Machado. One swing of the bat, and we are tied up here. Would that be that bloop in the blast that what's his name would always be talking about? And this was like a line smash.
Well, how about a lion and a smash?
Never mind.
That sounds like a Michael Irving Friday night, though.
We are in Arlington. Top of the 8th coming up. No, bottom of the 7th. Never mind. I think I've been drinking too much of what you've been drinking over there.
Ball.
I know. Weathers coming back out for his 3rd inning of work. Joey Gallo 2 for 3 today. He swings and misses that. Ranger fans are most likely used to this dude swinging and missing. Ball 1 just tied. Not sure how Gallo swung at one in a similar position last pitch, and then laid off that one. Swings and misses again. Now 1-2.
Hey, I think you did have some of my drink over here. It's a little less now.
It's strong. Strike 3. Yeah. Weathers takes care of Joey Gallo.
That's some of old Charlie's bathtub gin right there in there, man. You better be careful.
Maybe after the game.
Yeah. It made an uncle of his go blind, so.
1-1 to Chris Davis.
And you know the weird thing about his
All the way
bathtub, Jen,
1-2.
is he's got a full still down outside in the backyard. But yeah, he still just makes it in the bathtub. I don't know.
Get it either.
I mean, I don't get it. But
Davis strikes out. Ball gets away a little bit. No problem for Caratini. He throws it over to Myers. Or to Hosmer, sorry. 2 away. Chris Davis, we didn't get to mention it there, but remember, he had those 3 straight, no, was it 4 straight years that he batted .247 for the Oakland A's. And
that's a high mark for him.
Right, and he had over 40 home runs in 3 of those years. Then it fell apart. He went down to 220, 200, and not very good this year with Texas, still below the Mendoza line. And here is the aforementioned prospect that the Dodgers gave up that no one had heard of with the Dodgers. He takes a walk there. That should have been strike 2. I don't know. I didn't get the umpires in. We came in a little bit late. We flew in late. And then we went to Ojos Loco before the game. We thought the game was at a different time, so we had to hurry to get to the game. Didn't get to meet the umps before the game. But we'll be sure to get their names eventually. Where's that intern at? Did he even come with us?
Did we get him a ticket? Did he get it? Did we invite him? Charlie.
He knows he's supposed to be here.
Dude, what's his name?
2-2 now to Nate Lowe.
Fouls
that one off.
Charlie don't know either, so that means he's probably back in San Diego.
Strike 3. Weathers takes care of the Rangers in the bottom of the 7th. Hosmer to lead off for the Padres. Coming up
runs.
Right. Jonathan Hernandez coming in here now for the Rangers in the top of the 8th. Eric Hosmer 0 for 3 today. Looking for a quality at bat. Jonathan Hernandez can throw just like a lot of pitchers. He can touch triple digits. Not a lot of control, but definitely a lot of velocity.
Well, at least he has a little more control than Jose Leclerc, which we should see in the 9th. We just got to be patient if we get there. I would hope to not see Leclerc because he has some nasty movement and good. Oh, Gallo's got it. Leclerc's got some nasty movement and some really high velocity, but zero control. So seems like the Rangers have a lot of those guys though, where they excel at like 2 parts of the game, but they're really, really, really bad at one of them, right? Like Joey Gallo is a great fielder, a great power guy, but has like no contact, right?
Yeah.
Jose Leclerc has great movement, great velocity, no control.
Myers bloops one. And no hustle at all from the former Dodger prospect. Willie Calhoun just
nonchalantly
the Rangers
it back in.
The Rangers must have wanted to face Caratini in this situation because they just let that ball fall into play. Caratini watches the pitch right down the middle, thinking he's still a Cub. I've had to remind this guy several times in the spring training that you are not a Chicago Cub. He just looks at me and grins.
I mean, he came out in all his Cub gear. Like it was weird. It was weird. Everyone else around him, wearing the brown jerseys, and he's just out there in blue. We're like, what are you doing?
Ball down low, 1-2. You would think
for Will Myers to try to steal here because Jose Trevino has a softer arm than Sherman. So
well, that won't be happening. Pop up here to Willie Calhoun, no problem. He does get to that one.
Willie Calhoun took a horrible route and still made it there.
Now you can see why the Dodgers got rid of him. Why would you need Willie Calhoun when you could just have Chris Taylor play second base or center field?
Yeah. Yeah, and that trade, he came over from the Mariners for highly touted prospect Zach Lee. Zach Lee, I don't even know if he ever pitched in the major leagues, but he's way out of baseball. And the guy who couldn't even play second or hit for an average, Chris Taylor, all of a sudden he is all-star and MVP candidate and everything else with the Dodgers.
They just want us to be quiet and say, hey, he just worked on his swing. He just had to tweak his swing. You'll hear that a lot from the Dodgers. These guys just needed to tweak their swing. Bam fouls that one away, 1-2. Hernandez looked really good this inning outside of the blue pit, which should have been caught probably if Willie Calhoun had ran even just a little bit.
Yeah, he showed no hustle. There we go.
There's a base hit. That's
go Myers, go quick.
Oh, and Bam going for 2.
Oh,
and he is safe. Safe.
Wow,
he went with
what a lucky slide.
He went with the outside slidey. If he had not done that, if he just come straight in, he would have easily been out. Austin Nola going to pinch hit here for, what's been after this? For Jerks and Profar. Is Jace on? Are we sure he's not on something?
I am. Wait, who? Jace? Oh.
This would have been a lefty-righty matchup.
No, I don't think so. I just don't think he's the guy to lead us to the promised land.
Swinging bunt by Nola. When we didn't need a bunt, that'll end it for the Padres in the 8th. 5-3 Rangers.
Isn't Profar a got mother?
I still don't know what he was thinking.
Tingler.
I don't know what he was thinking at all. And welcome back, baseball fans. Jace Tingler's still the manager of the Padres. We were looking down to see if he would have got fired in between innings. He did not.
I don't know why you had a switch hitter coming up and you put in the righty-righty matchup.
Emilio Pagan comes in for the Padres. One of our just high-quality bullpen for the Padres. And right here's another one. Emilio Pagan, 1-2 now to Charlie Culberson. Another former Dodger that did stuff for the Dodgers, hasn't amounted to anything outside of wearing the Dodger blue.
He might have been okay for the Braves.
I don't think he was. Guy wears sliding pants everywhere he goes. Strike 3. Culberson goes down on strikes. Strike 1 from Pagan to Trevino. Trevino red hot to start the season. 2 for 3 today. Swings at a pitch inside, 0-2. We'll take it. And strike 3.
All right. Back to back.
Here comes the aforementioned, overhyped Brock Holt.
Underperformed.
It's always better to be underachiever. Just collect them checks.
Yeah, you can make some good money being a journeyman in baseball.
Strike 2. 2 strikes now here in the bottom of the 8th. Pagan cruising. Inside. When we get to the 9th inning, we'll catch up with Dick's stadium rankings. See where he puts this brand new ballpark. Strikes him out in the inning. 1-2-3. Padres coming up, top of the 9th. Jose Leclerc, the man we were waiting for, trying to close this one out. But before we get to that, where do you rank this new ballpark?
I give this one about a 15, and that's only because it's new. I mean, it's very odd that the concessions smell like a bathroom and the bathrooms smell like the concession stands. And it's not a very good location. It looks like a giant barn made out of sheet metal.
Odd.
The old one looked like a cathedral with the big pillars and stuff in the outfield, and this one just looks like too much of a ripoff of like Houston and Safeco.
I think the smell comes from just down the street where the Cowboys play. So I'm pretty sure that's why the smell.
Is that where all the smell comes from?
Oh yeah. Clark gets a strikeout here to start the top of the 9th. Padres just looking like a Chicago Cubs lifeless team out here, just kind of fell behind and quit. We're not used to this I'm worried that Caratini's bringing some of the bad habits over.
Oh, come on,
one.
Jake. You got a better. You know, Leclerc, who I thought was fairly erratic with his pitch control, he's been showing some solid control so far.
Cronenworth fights that one off. 2-2. Jake doesn't strike out a whole lot. Good eye. Watches ball 3 down low. All he's got to do is get on base.
Good concept of the strike zone.
Chopper up the middle, no problem. One-handed by Nick Solak.
Nick Solak.
Him out. 2 away now here.
Final out.
But if there's anybody you want up in the final out situation, it's this guy right here. The Sultan of Swag. Fernando Tatis. No, the Sultan of Swag. My bad. Sultan of Swag's been dead for over 60 years. One and 2 now from Clerk to Tatis. Crowd on their feet. Strikes him out. That'll do it. Padres dropped their second in a row to drop to 5-3. Rangers climb over 500 here in the early part of the season. At 4-3 now.
Let's
I don't know what the
out of here.
What the hell is that? Did you see those? What they're doing in center field?
They're probably each other.
They all got belts, so that was fine. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.